Hello, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are doing well and are ready to continue. I am happy because I've heard so many good things about the recipe from last week. So today we are going to do another fun thing. We are going to continue with another recipe, but this time is to learn more vocabulary referring to cooking, okay? So I wanted to share with you a very, very simple pie recipe. I learned it here because when I moved to the north of Mexico, I had to learn how to make tortillas, flour tortillas. I thought all northern women knew how to make tortillas, so I decided I have to learn. You know that saying, that old saying that says, a la tierra que fueres, haz lo que vieres. Así que I decided I have to learn how to make tortillas. Well, in September, usually in September, October, there are a lot of apples in this region. A lot of apples. We have many, many apples, and they are very cheap. So we buy them by the crate. You know, the crate is the big fruit basket that you buy, and so we had so many apples, we couldn't eat them all. So I decided to make apple pie. But I didn't know how to make apple pie. And I looked at recipes and they were very difficult. I had to make different things and I didn't know how to do it. So I thought, you know how I always like to make things easy. So I thought, what if I make a flour tortilla into the pastry for the pie? I'll try. So I decided to try it. And it turned out good. So here's my recipe. Very simple, okay? Look, making an apple pie the easy way. Ingredients. Ready? 1 kilogram of flour. 1/4 of a kilogram of Crisco batter. Now, Crisco batter is what we know as manteca vegetal, vegetable oil, okay? But it's actually lard. Viene en manteca, no como líquido, okay? And then a pinch of salt, and then warm water. It doesn't say how much because you have to have the warm water and you add little by little, okay? You don't know how much. It's never more than 1 cup. It's always less than 1 cup, okay? And finally, 6 to 8 apples per pie. This recipe is for 2 large pies. So you need 6 to 8 apples per pie sliced, and then 1 cup of sugar per pie. Ready? Okay, one more time. Ingredients: 1 kilogram of flour, 1/4 of a kilogram of Crisco batter, you know, manteca vegetal, a pinch of salt, and warm water. 6 to 8 apples sliced, and then 1 cup of sugar per pie, and cinnamon to taste. That's however much you want to put. Now I have some little pictures here for you to see. This vocabulary: sifting flour. If you don't have a sifter, you can use, let's see, una coladera. You can use una coladera, okay? A rinsing thing. And then cutting in butter with a pastry blender. This is a pastry blender. One of those that have round lines. You cut in the lard. Es para deshacer la manteca, okay? And then rolling out dough. Fíjense cómo se escribe dough y solo se dice dough, como si se les cayera la quijada, dough. Sifting flour, cutting in butter with a pastry blender, and rolling out dough. Okay? Those are just for you to learn new vocabulary. Perdón por los dibujitos. Y ahora nos vamos para acá. This is how to. And this is important because when you write instructions, these words help you follow an order, organize your steps. You can organize them by ordering first, second, third, primero, segundo, tercero, okay? First, sift the flour. First, sift the flour. Esto es nada más para asegurarse que está sin grumitos. Okay. Next. Lo siguiente. Next. Cut in the Crisco butter with a pastry blender. Cut in the Crisco butter with a pastry blender. Okay? Then means luego. Start adding water little by little. Start adding water little by little. No van a echar la taza completa, van a echar un poquito y la van a ir mezclando, ¿ok? Dice, little by little, and mix to form a dough. Y le van agregando el agua conforme se necesite. Nunca se va a usar la taza completa. Siempre es menos, ¿ok? Y debe estar tibia o calientita, ¿ok? Mix to form a dough. Y esto es algo que yo siempre escuchaba de una de mis maestras en la escuela. Decía, cuando hablaba de formar la pasta, decía, until it feels like a baby's bottom. Hasta que se sienta como el trasero de un bebé. Ya ven cómo están suavecitas sus pompitas cuando uno los está limpiando para cambiarlos. Así, until it feels like a baby's bottom. Así se debe sentir la masita, ¿ok? Listo. Fíjense bien. Roll the dough into a large tortilla. Roll the dough into a large tortilla. And put it on your mold. Roll the dough into a large tortilla and put it into your mold. La van a poner en su molde, ¿ok? Next, add the sliced apples, sugar, and cinnamon, ¿ok? Add the sliced apples, sugar, and cinnamon. Cover pie with another large tortilla. And here's an asterisk. Look at the bottom, okay? Brush with egg yolk and sprinkle with sugar and cinnamon if desired, okay? Si se desea, le puedes espolvorear un poco de azúcar y canela después de haberla pintado con la yema de huevo. Eso hace que quede doradita y más sabrosa. Y por último, aquí dice last, last. Cut holes on cover. Cut holes on cover. Es muy importante hacerle hoyitos. Se entierra el cuchillo y se da una vuelta, o el tenedor y se hacen varios hoyitos. Esto es para que pueda salir el vapor y no se explote nuestro pie. ¿Ok? Y ahora sí, terminamos con bake at 200 degrees into a preheated oven for 30 to 35 minutes. Esto quiere decir que antes debieron haber precalentado su horno y tenerlo listo para meterlo a 200 grados durante 30 a 35 minutos. Okay? Now you see, this is really very, very simple. Very simple. And I hope you got the idea. This is very simple. The idea that I have is that you understand how to write giving instructions, okay? You start by saying first, second, third. That is when you have many steps. But if you have only 2 steps, you can say first and then next, okay? Like I did. First and then next. Then, luego o entonces, haces esto, okay? And then, to finish, you say, last, you do this, okay? This is to give instructions. Now, it is important for you to know that when you give instructions, you do it in an orderly manner because people can understand your instructions if you give them by steps, okay? Now, this is a way for writing. When you want to write, let's say you want to explain to your partners at work how to answer a memo, for example. You want them to know how to answer. So you give them steps. This is one way to do it. We can call them the recipe way, el modo receta, because you give them step by step what they have to do. That is one way to explain things, and people tend to understand very easily when you give them step-by-step instructions, okay? You can use it with your children. Look, this is the way you are going to make your bed. First, you give them the instructions. First, this. Second, this. Then, next, this. Then, this. Last, this. Okay? So practice making instructions for your children, maybe how to do their homework. First, you have to clean the table, and there has to be very clean. Everything has to be very clean for you to start working with your notebooks, okay? So clean up the table, number 1. Number 2, gather all your materials, your homework, your notebooks, your books, pencils, crayons, everything. Gather all your materials. Then sit and get ready to start. You can you can use music, turn on your favorite music and listen to your music while you practice, okay? You give them instructions, okay? What if you need to give instructions to your wife or to your husband, please, I need you to go to the store and buy me these things. But your husband doesn't know where those things are. So you can make a very simple explanation. First, go to the pharmacy and look for this shampoo. Then you go to beauty products and you get me a cream. This is the name. Then you go, etc., etc., etc. Okay? So you make things easier for people when you explain step by step. I hope this works for you. Start working with first, second, next, then last. Okay? See you next class. Bye.